Simon & Schuster Audio presents The Lost Explorer, Finding Mallory on Mount Everest by Conrad Anker and David Roberts. Read by Jeffrey Demunn and Michael Mcglone, with an introduction read by David Roberts.
Like most climbers, I grew up steeped in the legend of Mallory and Irvine. Indeed, the long, rich narrative of mountaineering contains no more stirring or enigmatic chapter. As a teenager, clumping up a stony ridge toward the wind-lashed apex of some nondescript peak in my native Colorado, I often conjured up that heroic pair, angling into the sky on June 8, 1924, fighting their way higher than human beings had ever climbed, as they closed in on the summit of Mount Everest. At that moment, 10 days shy of his 38th birthday, George Leigh Mallory was Britain's finest mountaineer. A man blessed with a preternatural gracefulness, with beauty and charm that dazzled his friends and admirers, he had become obsessed with reaching the highest point on earth. His partner, Andrew Sandy Irvine, a relative novice at 22, still an undergraduate at Oxford, had nonetheless proven himself the perfect acolyte in this quest for an alpine grail. What the leader of the 1924 expedition on which Mallory and Irvine were lost wrote afterward rings true today. Mallory was the greatest antagonist that Everest has had or is like to have. And Irvine, though destined ever after to languish in the shade of Mallory's fame, remains, in the vignette of another teammate, the epitome of the natural adept. He could follow, if not lead, anywhere. At 12:50 on the afternoon of June 8, 1924, climbing solo to 26,000 feet in support of the summit duo, Noel Odell saw the clouds part briefly, giving him a fugitive glimpse of a pair of figures far above him, outlined against the sky, moving expeditiously over a steep step of rock and ice on the northeast ridge, less than 1,000 feet below the top. This has come down to us as perhaps the most haunting sighting in the annals of exploration. Then the clouds closed in, and Mallory and Irvine vanished into history. With the sole exception of Amelia Earhart, no lost explorer in the 20th century has provoked a more...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?